the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC West. It's the Niners and the Cardinals, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
Wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first,
now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Purdy from the gun. And his throw is incomplete.
quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Returning it is Moore. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Murray's throw complete there to Moore. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
23 yards on the play.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there. Here's a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 22-yard scamper. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Green here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice game for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Here's Murray. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively,
and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. They were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, it's Purdy. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. Purdy now to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Here's Moore on the return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Here's Murray. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 21-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't...
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get...
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cards continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to the air on second down, Purdy. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. And yet again. And that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Taking it right down Broadway. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. Oh, able to avoid him. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. How can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point good by Prater, and it is 42-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
He's going to keep this again. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Bind, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Prater on to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
On I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly.
Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And he's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter, but do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A.J. Green. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. This offense so far on third down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Another try after the first down sack.
Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. There he goes, left side. The 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, everything right now going wrong for this crew. A chance to put 3 on the board at least, but it winds up being blocked and returned the other way.
And any hope they had, likely gone at this point. You might want to think about clearing the bench a little bit, let some other guys play.
Now Prater to add the PAT. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead, they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
To throw again on 2nd down. Purdy. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Taken at the goal line. Very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way?
He's got a man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Prater for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Niners set to take over on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And out across midfield down to the 45. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah.